what's his name?
Sokudoju.
That's what it was, which I thought was a puzzle in the post that I do every week with numbers. It's terrific. But he I've heard his name before. I knew that he competed in Pancrase. I knew he competed in Pride before this. I'd never seen him fight before, but when he came and you looked at him, he had a frightfully amazing body. And looking at him thinking, oh my God, he is going to destroy the guy he's fighting against. And I mean, my pants don't get tight as our buddy Monty's does, but when I saw this guy, I thought that he was going to win. He wound up getting demolished. He got absolutely demolished by the what's his name? The something dragon.
Machida, Lyoto Machida. Well, Machida's great. I mean, he's
undefeated
really,
still.
He's such a small guy and he's so strong. Sokudoju's famous because he knocked out Arona and Nogueira in like under a minute for the both of them. So that's why he was coming in like as a beast. But he was only like 4-1, so he only had 4 fights. I would say
4-1, and it was his UFC debut, the first time under the big lights. That people are actually seeing what it is. As UFC is getting tremendous at this point. So,
hey, I went to the live event. The lights aren't so big, just normal size.
Hey Monty, not to change the subject, but what did you break in your house last night after that Giants game? Did you break anything?
Yeah, my heart.
Any tears shed?
They're in the playoffs.
Giant game was. I mean, it was. Did anyone notice? Like, who were the refs rooting for in that game? I don't care about. Like, I never really say conspiracy things like that. But last night was crazy. The calls that they weren't getting and the calls that the Patriots were getting. Like, it was really frustrating to watch. Did anyone else notice that?
I didn't know. I really didn't notice it.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on the calls. I'll be honest with you though. After halftime, I stopped watching the game. I stopped.
Oh my God! And what? Why was tennis on?
Yes, no. There was a ballet tournament on ESPN 3. No, I TiVo'd it and I wound up watching it after the fact, but I fast forwarded through. I didn't really watch the game closely because I would honestly at 10 o'clock I wanted to watch UFC. That's where I was because to me it was a disappointing thing to think that maybe there might be another undefeated team in the history of football. Even though the Giants looked really, really strong in the first half, they looked strong. I mean, as the final score dictates and as says, and as the way it went, they played a great game. They played a totally great game.
Honestly, the best game Eli Manning has ever looked. I mean, it might not be the best one he ever played, but it's the best he ever looked. For the first time that he didn't get rattled in the pocket, there was one play where he sidestepped a pass rusher. Sidestepped. He never did that before. He did a little sidestep. I was so proud of him. He's my big baby boy. He's all grown up now. Last night he became a man.
Right, he actually managed to have more touchdowns than interceptions in a season. Finally, good for him.
Yeah. Well, listen. At least last night wasn't the game we had to win.
Yeah, you guys are already in the playoffs from last week. You already won it, so you're already in there. But
playoffs.
Like I said, the first playoffs. The first half was. I enjoyed watching the game, but I was more intrigued and more interested in the UFC. To be quite honest, football's been tainted for me this year. As soon as I don't know,
the scandal, the Belichick scandal?
As soon as week 7 happened and my team hadn't won a game yet, and I was just like, you know what, I really don't care.
You're only in it for the double digits?
My other list, 2007, top 3 things to do between midnight and 6 a.m. Number 3, sleep. Number 2, drink water. Number 1, go to the bathroom.
Nice. Wait, it's amazing to me that takes priority over sleeping.
Is your part right?
No, number 3 was sleep. That came first.
Oh, wait.
So why you call him Monty? Is because of the Giants? Is because you're happy? What do we deserve? What do we deserve this call?
Just calling to tell you guys some of my 2007 favorites.
No, we appreciate you calling in for that. Any other favorite moments from last night's UFC before we continue with your lists?
I will tell you this: my 2 favorite movies of the year. Number 2 was The King of Kong. Did anyone see that?
I didn't see that.
The King of Kong, it's going to sound terrible when I describe it, but it's a documentary on people trying to get the highest score in Donkey Kong.
Oh, you know what? I actually want to see that very bad. Apparently, I read a whole crazy review about it, about how the guy who you want to cheer for is not the guy who you want to cheer for. I got this whole crazy thing reading about it. I actually do want to see that.
Yeah, it's definitely the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen. I mean, really, I saw it in the movie theaters. The first time I was in a movie theater where people were cheering and applauding, like, during the movie.
Since Rocky?
Since
Rattle and Hum?
3, I think.
Unbelievable, because you knew you could beat both of those guys at Donkey Kong? Is that what it was?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Nothing gets a crowd moving like Bullet the Blue Sky.
Sam,
my number one movie
MLK.
was Juno.
Oh, you've seen Juno already? I didn't even know it was released yet.
Oh, it's been out a while.
I just saw my first advertisement for it last week, where there's a cute girl and she's a teenager but pregnant.
The only movie I ever
Makes
saw
it
that girl
cuter.
in was the movie where she Hard Candy. It's called.
Yeah, that was not a good movie.
She meets a guy. She meets a guy.
Wait, Hard Candy, the one with the girl with Siddharth's sister?
No, that's Strangers
with Candy.
Okay, I got confused for a second.
Hard Candy's this movie with, I think Ellen Page is her name, the girl from Juno. And
by the way,
Wait,
Siddharth's sister,
Hard Candy?
Siddharth's sister would be a Siddharth too.
yes, the girl from Juno was in Hard Candy. She had a very short haircut in the movie, and she meets this guy on the internet that's like a pedophile, and then she like ties him up and tortures him and all this.
Is
stuff.
he a pedophile? I missed the last 20 minutes of it because I just had to stop
Well,
watching.
I don't
want
wanna
to
spoil it.
He wasn't really a pedophile.
I don't know if I should spoil it for people. Is it old enough?
Yeah.
So spoil it for people so nobody goes and watches it because it's the worst movie.
It really is a bad.
At the end,
bad
he
movie.
admits that he raped and killed her friend with another guy.
Oh, okay.
And so she
Yeah,
tells
oh,
him
come on.
he can either jump off this cliff that they're on or let the cops catch him, so he chooses to kill himself.
How are you going to have a pedophile movie with no nudity?
And no kids, for that matter. Come on.
Isn't she like 19
No Olsen
or something,
twins.
by the way?
She's 34. No, she's
Yeah,
34
guys.
now. She was like 32 then. So.
Where did Chris go to the bathroom?
No, yeah, he's coming back right now.
All right, listen. I want to thank you guys. I'll sum up my UFC. How can I sum it up? Rich Clementi is the biggest badass with the worst voice. Because did you see the first fight?
I was a tremendous fan of a dude standing over a guy that talked crap. I'm a big fan of anybody that's against Melvin Gillard because I don't like that guy. Don't like him at all. He talks a lot for a dude who has been, at best, inconsistent. At best. He's not a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. The guy knocked me out in a heartbeat. I'm not trying to suggest otherwise. But he talks so much for a dude that's not that good of a fighter. He hasn't proved himself.
They should have Melvin Gillard versus Chris Lieben. Loser leaves UFC.
Honestly, exactly. It's the S-talker match. Like the two dudes who talk the most without doing anything in the ring. That actually should be that fight. That would be fantastic. I love the fact that after the fight, so Clementi beats him. You know, he gets him to tap out, and Clementi crotch chops right after he's standing over because there was a lot of bad blood before the fight. Like they didn't touch gloves or anything. You know, as it happened, and he's walking away, and as he's walking away holding his arms up, he's going after him again. It's like, wait, this dude just kicked your ass, dude. Like, you're going to fight the dude that just beat you up. Like, do you recognize what's happening? And the best thing is Clementi is talking and saying something about him, and Gillard is just saying, yeah, say something. Yeah, say something. Like, wait, dummy, he's saying something right now. You're saying say something while a guy's talking. Yeah, whatever, say something. All right, I am. I'm talking now. Yeah, I'm not a tremendous Rich Clementi fan, or I wasn't up until that fight
Great
last night.
outfielder, though.
Yeah, it's good. And I love his baseball field in Jersey City, New Jersey, but that's another story. Yeah, that was great. I don't know if you addressed it while I went to the little boys' room. If you talked about the,
We were talking about Hard Candy.
Oh, okay. So you didn't talk about the Chuck Liddell Wanderlei Silva match.
Sports.
Top 3 television shows of 2007. Number 3, Taxi. Number 2, Lost. Number 1, Sports.
Wow, I wouldn't have thought that sports would have came in first like that. I didn't realize how that was going to work out.
Nice. Yeah, Sports was number 1. Because I watch it the most.
Oh, I didn't realize.
To sum up UFC, Machida is strong. Why is Eddie Sanchez fighting on television? I don't know. Why am I sounding like Joe Franklin? George St. Pierre is just a beast. Nobody will ever beat him for the rest of his life. And the Van Lyck Silva Chuck Liddell fight was